it's a journey that gets you through a lot of emotional and depressive kind of emotions basically, and also with the lyrics. Now, not basically with the lyrics. It's not a story that is telling through every song, but the lyrical topics are basically similar.
The feeling and the overall mood of the album is like a concept album, a journey, as he said. But lyrically wise, we have different topics for each song. So we are talking about blasphemian stuff. We're talking about religion, about social and
social criticism, religious criticism, and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's almost the same topics than the other album.
Yeah, they are similar to the topics on the other albums, but we have a lot of more mature things going on. They're a bit different. They are deeper sometimes, and we have a lot of comparison to nature.
We have a lot of metaphoric stuff. We don't want to tell something. We really want to show you something. We want to pictureize our lyrics, and this is how we wrote the lyrics actually.
Yes.
Okay. How happened the composition of the album? Who wrote the lyrics and music?
Actually, our second guitarist now Luzano and me, we wrote the whole album, the orchestra, all the instruments like drums, guitars, bass guitar, orchestra, and choir. We did everything by our own, and we started writing in 2020 in February. And it took us like half a year to get everything together and sound as we wanted.
Yes, and despite the situation, how happens the recording?
The recording was actually pretty good because we recorded in our home studio in the house of our second guitarist Navel, and we shared the work. So when Marvin and Navel recorded the guitars, me and our sound guy who's also living there, we recorded the vocals. So it was like a parallel process of recording. So it was actually pretty fast at the end. I think it took us a couple of months, weeks.
Yeah,
I moved there
1.5 months.
So of course the instruments took a bit longer than the vocals because it needs to be like really tight, more tighter than the vocals, and there are way more things going on.
Yeah, way more layers of instruments than vocals, I would say.
And I moved into the house for a bit more than a week, so I recorded one song per day, I could say.
Yeah. We recorded everything in our own studio, so it was pretty easy, I would say, yeah.
Of course. But you have time for the videos? You have 2 videos?
Yeah, we already released 2 videos, and there is another video coming out next week on Tuesday for the upcoming single called King of Fire. This will be a pure performance video, a very cool video, a very dark one with a lot of blood and evil things going on. Fire, yeah, exactly. And we are pretty stoked to release this the music and of course the video.
Yes. Yeah, and we also have a 4th music video coming after the release for another song from the album, but this will be out after the album comes out.
Yes, you release a lot of singles before the album. Why?
Yeah, it makes sense because who's going to we need to pay attention to who's going to listen to the record, and of course we have a fan base and a lot of followers from the deathcore and slam scene, so the new record is sounding a lot of different, and we need to pick like a couple of songs just to introduce them to what expect in the record. So we started off with Ultima Hypocrita, with is a kind of a mixture between like both genres. We have a lot of black metal elements, we have a lot of depressing emotional elements with the choir going on with clean vocals. We first of all introduced clean vocals for the very first time since Metal CRUELTY existed, and the last song that will be released is kind of a more like a slam death metal song.
I think it's important to have a big variety of styles. If the album is like this, you need to pick singles with so everyone can have something, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone can listen to a special song or style he likes the most. And I think marketing wise, it's also clever to put out 3 or 4 singles before you drop the album, because you need to have a little bit of attention before you drop the album, so the people have you in mind and are focused on your next record.
Yeah.
Okay. You had a guest,
Yeah,
Japan.
there's actually one guest. He was introduced when we released Ultima Hypocrita. So he's a guitar player from Japan named Jo Onitian, which is basically one of the best guitarists in the world, I would say, and a very close friend to us. We met him during our Rings of Saturn Europe and UK run in 2019, where he replaced Lucas Mann on the guitar for Rings of Saturn. And yeah, we became friends from then on. And as I just said, he's one of the best in the game. So Marvin decided actually to have him on the record, because we don't want any vocal features from the death metal or deathcore scene, and we were too far away for black metal guest parts. So we just thought, why not Yo? Because Yo is one of the most talented musicians, especially on the guitar, and he absolutely nailed it with his solo on Ultima Hypocrita.
Okay. I saw you planned one date in Germany. Only one, or maybe more?
I think you're talking about Slamaveria, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this show will be cancelled. This show was actually should have happened last year, and then it got postponed to this year because of COVID. And I don't think that this show will happen. And as far as I know, we didn't have any information about this show.
Yes, it's difficult.
I don't think this show will happen. And the only reason why we have this show in our booking history for this year is because it got postponed and not officially cancelled.
Yeah.
Because we planned a tour for this year in September, but it's impossible at the moment to play this tour and plan it any further because of the current situation. And I don't think that the Slamaveria show will happen.
No, it clearly won't happen.
Yeah.
The situation is can be an inspiration for you. It's like Apocalypse, Armageddon.
Yeah, actually, the situation was a big inspiration for writing the record. As I said, we started last year in February, and COVID starts in February in Germany. You really felt it since April 2020, and all that stuff took me into a little bit of a depression, I would say. And all those emotions I felt during that time went straight into the record. So I say the situation was an inspiration for this album. So
Definitely.
absolutely.
I made some research about you, and I found a video. Not a lot of people can see it because it's forbidden for young people.
You mean the Planet of Misery music video?
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is that for this video we decided to have like an actress being naked, because it kind of matched the story of the lyrics. And the thing is that of course we pixeled it, so our video producer pixeled it, and there was exactly one frame where you could see the nipple.
I think in the States, YouTube is a website from the United States, and they are pretty hard with sexuality and restrictions. Naked bodies. You can't show a nipple on YouTube. And I think that's the reason why they took an age restriction on the video. I think it's another mentality in the United States. So
you basically don't even see it while
yeah,
watching the video. You have to pause it frame for frame to actually find it.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you keep the same designer for the cover? It's
no,
a little bit different.
yeah, we changed the artist. In the past, we always had artworks with monsters and gory stuff going on, and for this album, we felt that we need something more mature, something more fitting for the new direction we are going to. And we thought to ourselves, we want someone who actually paints something for us. It's a real painting, and the artist is from the States, Adam Burke.
Adam Burke, aka Nightjar Illustrations.
His artist name is Nightjar Illustrations, and he painted our artwork on a wood frame with oil painting. And the idea was that it should represent the album. So we went with this Norwegian looking look, with the mountains, with the forest, a feeling of being alone, a feeling of freezing, all the stuff that you feel when you listen to our music. And this is the reason why we changed the artist, because we wanted to have something more mature, and we wanted to have an actual painting.
Yes.
Okay, it's nice too. It's different.
Yeah, absolutely. We love the artwork. He did a great job. Yeah.
Yes. Can we say that your 3 albums are a trilogy?
Not really, because I think a trilogy needs to there needs to be a red line throughout the artworks or throughout the different records, and we just changed our sound and our genre totally. We kind of evolved. We got into the scene and did some slamming down tempo back in the days. Then we kind of got into this slamming deathcore slam kind of genre. From then on, we evolved to death metal or deathcore, whatever you want to name it. And now we took that bass and created like a new genre, I would say, with the black metal influences.
Yeah, we have something like a trilogy in the past. If you pay attention to our latest records and the name of the records, it was all Latin.
Yeah.
Period Mundus, Purgatorium, and Inferis. Those are all Latin words. And we changed this as well because we really want to
close
this chapter of Mental Cruelty and open a new one with a different sound, with a more mature appearance. And yeah, so this is like a new chapter for us.
Okay. And why did you choose Mental Cruelty for the band?
Yeah, when we came up with the name, it was my first band. It was also called Mental Cruelty. I'm the only member from that band, so you can actually compare these bands together, because we did a complete new music back in the days, and then I've met Marvin, and he decided to come in the band, and from then on we created something new. But we don't want to change the name.
Yeah, we like the name. We decided, let's just keep this name.
Yeah. The thing is that mental cruelty has a very cool German meaning. So if you translate it into German, it's a very dark meaning, and it has nothing to do with the actual translation or meaning in the United States.
Ja, doch schon.
Ja,
totale Grausamkeit, doch.
Ist seelische Grausamkeit.
Ja,
the thing is that it has nothing to do with men beating up their wives, which mental cruelty is referred to as a topic, but we have nothing to do with it. The thing is that that mental cruelty in Germany basically means like
die Büchse der Pandora geöffnet.
destroying like souls, like it's a thing of destroying souls.
Yeah,
basically, and it's a very dark meaning actually.
Okay, you have something to say more about the album?
Yeah, we just want everyone to enjoy it as we do, and we want them to
listen to it front to back. And
exactly.
Yeah, everyone should listen what he feels during listening to the album, because I think it's a pretty emotional, a pretty honest record. And I think a lot of people, especially with depressions or if you don't have a good time, you should listen to this album and try to get some power out of it.
Yes.
And try to I think music can be a way to get through things, and I think this album can help you get through
A
things.
lot of things when you're down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is just what we want. This is what I feel when I listen to the album, and I really hope that other people can relate to this and can get some power and some strength from the album by listening to it. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. So I hope we can see you in France.
Yeah, we hope so too.
We really hope that we can come back, because last time we played in France was 2018.
Yeah,
and it was pretty amazing. We played in Paris.
Yes.
It was pretty packed and a lot of energy. The French people are pretty crazy on shows, and it was a lot of fun. And we really hope that we can come back as soon as possible, as soon as this whole COVID situation is over.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye bye.